Tell me something. What's more comforting than a slice of homemade beef lasagna? This simple recipe has so much depth and complexity of flavors that you might have the entire dish for yourself. Hi guys, today in a Frenchy twist, we're making the best beefy lasagna. Okay, let's start with the meat sauce first. Grab a medium-sized onion, cut it, peel it, and dice it finely. You don't want to have big chunks of onion throughout that sauce. If you don't want to go through the trouble of cutting it with a knife, use a mini chopper. And now let's start with the controversy. You're going to start by cooking your ground meat first. If you want beefy lasagna, you don't want to use a leaner ground beef than 80-20. Break your meat and let it cook until it has brown. Colored meat equals flavorful meat, and it is beef lasagna after all. When your meat is well distributed in your pan, stop touching it and wait for all of that water to evaporate. And wait for that sizzling sound to start. This sound tells you that the meat is frying instead of steaming. And remember, color equals flavor. So you want to take that extra time and step to brown the meat so you will have the best beefy lasagna. Stir it from time to time and you will start seeing a change of color rapidly. Please don't let it burn because that will definitely ruin your dish. And when it starts looking like this, you can add your diced onion. If you want to make a real soffritto in Italian or mirepoix in French, you can add at this time extra celery and carrot. Now for the actual sauce part, you're gonna add either tomato puree or crushed tomatoes. That depends on if you enjoy a more silky smooth sauce or if you like extra pieces of tomato inside. It really is up to you. Add a stock cube, extra water, and 1/3 of a cup of milk. Finally, a glass of red wine. The red wine, the stock cube, and the brown meat are gonna add so much depth in this sauce. Just make it to believe me. Oh, and I promise you, you won't taste the wine. And it will cook for a long time so all of the alcohol will evaporate. Finish the sauce with some Italian seasoning and some sugar to balance out the acidity of the tomatoes. Mix it well, cover it, and let it simmer while you prepare the rest of this fantastic beef lasagna. Second part of the dish, the parmigiano reggiano bechamel sauce. I don't know if that's the French inside of me talking, but I cannot have a lasagna without bechamel sauce. Ditch that ricotta, people, and make yourself a creamy bechamel instead, for which you will need to start with a roux, butter and flour. Add some garlic to it if you don't want to have a bland bechamel sauce. Once the butter is melted, add the flour and cook for about a minute before adding the milk. Give the whole thing a good whisk and cook until thickened. Add Parmigiano Reggiano for a real Italian flavor, freshly grated, of course. And finish with freshly cracked black pepper. This is the texture that you're looking for. Not too thick, not too runny. Here's my assembly station. Both sauces, freshly homemade egg lasagna sheets, and fresh mozzarella cheese. Start by evenly spreading the meat sauce at the bottom of the dish. Place 2 lasagna sheets on top. Remove the excess flour. Those are my homemade lasagna sheets. If you want a dedicated video, please let me know in the comments and give this video a thumbs up and I will make that for you. Now you can start the layering. Start with the meat sauce. Your gorgeous garlic and parm bechamel sauce. Top it with fresh mozzarella di buffala and repeat. For the top layer, to have a beautiful golden cheesy lasagna, finish with a layer of bechamel. Then add mozzarella. And some extra freshly grated parmesan. I baked those lasagna at 350 Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius for an hour, 45 minutes covered, and the last 15 minutes uncovered. Just look at this thing. This will serve 6 people happily. But before you serve, make sure to let it cool for at least 30 minutes. Otherwise, you will get a slice that's not pretty. But hey, this is not a dry at all lasagna, so it might drip a little, but it is so good that you won't care a second about how it looks. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks guys!